Simpson. And Japan have gone absolutely without lead. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ballchat.
Since I was one, so you see, it was my mother alone with the responsibility in her hand. She worked hard to send us to school. She didn't want us to grow like fools. And now I've got to give thanks for the good things she has done. Oh, Mama, I love you too, and I know you love me too. Oh, Mama, Mama won't make you blue. I wish that every mother was as sweet as you are. I know you're my shining star. Stay by me, never go too far. Oh, Mama, you can depend on me now, 'cause I see you've tried your best. Now it's up to me to do the rest.
Ballchat Mother's Day episode. Junior Pringle, my brethren, my brother. One time neighbor, one time ball around the corner. How you stay, family?
Wagwan. Everybody put a fire emoji. If you're tuning right now, put a fire emoji for your mother, yeah, one.
Yeah, man. Salute. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers across the face of the earth. Big up yourself, Benton. I am Benton. He's Junior. Brother, how are you enjoying taking care of the mothers in your life? You have the wonderful wife. Big up yourself, wifey, and of course the magisterial mom as always. How you doing? Me see you sweat hard. Come like you out to do their work.
I know somebody that put nothing on us to grill this year. Road I do it. 2024. Yeah, we'll pack up the grill till after Labor Day, after Memorial.
No grilling today.
No grilling today. But I do road though.
Okay.
So anytime you see the light start flicker, just do say people are coming and say, "Oh, road."
So are you able to get access to? I know so you have connects in the city and in certain spots and rare. But you know, man like me would have loved those connects because this year, it's hard to do road and get access to things. How you make those connects, family?
What kind of access you have about?
I mean, when you do road and you go out and you enjoy yourself, I mean, the place them pack up right now.
Well, you know, I don't really connect to the links. You have to have some form of strategy. So.
Strategy.
Yo, but at the real though, Mother's Day is the one day you can't really play. But you know, because for anybody, all right, we in Atlanta, or we in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, around the Atlanta area, wherever you are right now, especially in the States, today is a day that the restaurant that you like more likely pack to the brim, right? Let me give you that secret. The secret is go to a restaurant that is how can I put this without Benton having to say those are the views that Judah brings? I put it this way. The restaurant we go to today is a Korean restaurant. You're not gonna see enough people around there today, right?
A Korean food. And some kimchi and even yeah.
So Korean barbecue, where you can cook the food right in front of them, bringing the meat. And these are the views of Julia. You praise the chicken when you ask for his chicken. You praise the pork, you ask for his pork. And you put it on top of the grill and eat it. It is what it is.
Give thanks.
But if you try, if you try to go Papado, if you try to go Juicy Crab,
Yeah, you can 5 hours along.
5 hour wait.
Yeah, for along that. But all the mothers, again, want salute the magisterial mothers all over the world, the queens,
Real.
the empresses, the wonderful mothers. Big up on yourself, my mother, my wife. Big up yourself, always salute. Big up, Junior. We should touch it again, touch it again before we get in the football show.
Not joke. Hey, to be able to talk about. Be able to say
your head hot you, your chest a boil. We are gonna touch it again.
Hey, BM said never know say what God is silk for. BM, never put our selector at the guys. Hey, sure. Drop your mental.
Oh, mama. Mama. My sweet mama. My daddy was a good old man, but he died since I was 1. So you see, it was my mother alone, with the responsibility in her hand. She said we had to finish send us to school. She didn't want us to grow like fools. And now I've got to give thanks.
If you love your mother, know the two words of the song, put a fire emoji right now. Fire emoji all over the chat. Move them out. Fire emoji.
Oh, mama won't make you blue. I wish that every mother was as sweet as you are. I know you're my shining star. Stay by me, never go too far. Oh, mama, you can depend on me now. Cause I see you've tried your best. Now it's up to me to do the rest. Mama taught us how to pray. And I can remember you, mama saying, our Father.
Why big up, hey, Kofi Paul, hey, pull up the tune for Kofi. Hey, Tom, pull up the tune for Kofi. Kofi, no one. Pull up the tune for Kofi, Benton. Kofi. Salute Kofi. Jano Kofi. God know Kofi Paul. Big up. One more time for Kofi Paul. I'm going on. Big up to the mothers that were passed and gone to. The angels live on. All mothers, big up for themselves. Also have 18% women watch the show in the bedtime. Have a big up sale.
So you see, it was my mother alone, with the responsibility in her hand. She said we had to finish send us to school. She didn't want us to grow like fools.
Come on, big up. She do road right now.
For the good things she has done. Oh, mama, I love you too, and I know you love me too. Oh, mama,
Big up,
mama,
Kadesh.
make you blue.
All the power Kadisha do for the young girl in the community.
I know you're my shining star. Stay by me, never go too far. Oh, mama, you can depend on me now. Cause I see you've tried your best. Now.
Alright, stop it before YouTube lock you off.
Yeah, YouTube soon
Before
kill it.
YouTube algorithms reach you.
Big up Evan Powell, sleep in peace, Lady Evan Powell. Kofi Powell, they don't know him say it last week. I'm gonna say it again. The whole Ballchat family. Thoughts and prayers goes out to you and your family, brother.
Yeah, man. Respect. Manners, and respect. Kofi and the family. Love. Mother's Day. You don't know, these ones are always difficult. Ones are always difficult, But the mothers, all mothers, those present and those passed on. Love and honor. The genetic material we have. We couldn't dare so I chant Liverpool without the mama them. Couldn't dare so I chant Liverpool without mama.
And one thing you know, and ladies, big up on yourself, but it's the connection between a mother and the son. Yeah. My father always laugh about it. Me I go through that right now with my son and my wife. More time I just have to leave her alone and try to deal with him. Like, that's a one connection you can't, no?
You can't, yeah man.
That's one connection. That's one connection where, trust me, the mother and the son.
Yeah, man.
That's why when you think about the story, I know it's a football show still, but you have to big up, chin, big up yourself and big up the mother same way. But when you look at Garnet Silk and the story of Garnet Silk and how he passed and what he passed, what he was doing when he passed.
Yeah.
And if you know the story of Garnet Silk and Trooper talk about it, in our interview, Ricky Trooper from Kilimanjaro. And enough to look at, I think, a reggae something. Well, it's a great interview, and him talk about the personality that Garnet Silk had. And when you think about what he was doing when he died, for those who don't know, he was building a house or fixing up the house for his mother, and a cylinder exploded and killed him.
Yeah, the propane was a propane tank, right?
Propane tank, yeah. And that unfortunately, that's how we lost one of the great singers. And if you knew, I will just give one snippet. Luciano was already a heavy Christian, but he was spending a Sabbath Friday with Garnet Silk that reportedly made Luciano become the Rasta that he is right now.
Yeah, Garnet
and
Silk.
that will explain why Luciano's music is heavy Christian base, but he's also a Rasta. If you notice it, he's a heavy Christian base. He's also a Rasta because of the interaction with Garnet Silk. And Garnet Silk was with them at the studio and them overtime at the Sabbath, and Garnet said, no, well, go home and we're going to read the Bible for the rest of the Sabbath. Yeah. That was the brother, and he passed helping his mother. Rest in peace, Garnet Silk. Love it.
Yeah, man, Garnet Silk. I will never forget the day, the Saturday. It was a grey, overcast. You know when the vibes just dead, everything just dead. I mean, the mood, the sentiments in the bushes in the rural part of the country where I was. I mean, it was an overcast Saturday when we heard the news of Garnet Silk. And the way he passed, tragic. But I cannot imagine Garnet Silk mother passing and Garnet Silk remaining, because the connection that he has with his mother and
yes.
Yeah, man, it's a tragic story, but I can see how Garnet Silk was not gonna just allow his mother to perish in this thing, because, you know, I think there were reports that he went back in the house to try to save his mother, and that's when he lost his life. So
never forget 94. Never that 2 years I won't forget. 94 and 99 when D Brown died.
Yeah, man. Legendary Garnet Silk. He left an indelible mark, man. And again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Junior, we have to get to a football show, because I know you're gonna take out the lovely wife to eat Korean food, and we know you have a lot to get off your chest. And we only have we only have another 44 minutes left in the show. So
war time.
We're going to get to it. Going to get to it. All right. Big up to the listeners. Big up to the family. Again, salute. We'll wrap up with the Garnet Silk tune again at the end of the show. You know how we do it. Ballers and bugs at the top of the show. We're going to highlight all the ballers. Junior, kick it off. Ballers family. Who do you have?
One baller of the week. One baller. Real Madrid. Carlo Ancelotti. We had our midweek show. To talk about it, right? But we'll have to highlight that again. Carlo Ancelotti and the difference in a big-time coach. What we saw this week in the Champions League. Carlo Ancelotti did it again, bringing Real Madrid on the brink of winning another Champions League in heroic fashion. The players are the heroes. And this is a precursor to one of my bugs. The players on the field are all heroes. All the players from both teams are heroes on that day, because they gave heroic performances, and they just needed the person behind the scenes to make the right calls, to make the right movements to get them over the top, and Carlo did. And is that the first time Carlo do it? Is that the last time Carlo will do it? Carlo Ancelotti, my baller of the week. No more baller.
Yeah, man, big up. And of course, we said it at the beginning of the show, ballers of the week, ballers of the year, ballers for life, to mothers, big up on yourself. Come on, big up yourself. You get a baller of the week, baller of the year, baller for life, because we know the works that come on put in behind the scenes to elevate the next generation of ballers, especially disadvantaged ballers from very, very difficult settings. So come on. Baller of the week. We know the story this week regarding a certain baller and you trying to help that baller make a move to get to where they need to get to elevate their family. So, come on, ball of the week. Yo, you see Real Madrid, Rudiger, Tony Cruz, the man there football, Vinicius Jr., football royalty. Ball of the week, Junior. I want to highlight them youth there because you can't, winning trophies not normal, you know. Ball of the week to them youth there. It's not just like a secondary thing where you just snap your finger and win trophies. La Liga title again, Champions League final. Ball of the week to them youth there. I don't have any more ballers, you know. I don't want to highlight no more ballers, but again.
Ready for your bug.
Alright, ready for the bug then. Ballers, any ballers in the family. Jeremy want to give ball of the week to Rudiger. Ball of the week, Chinny says Matt Hummels. Excellent. Yes, Matt Hummels. I can't remember his final performance versus Madrid in 2013, and 11 years later, the man put on a similarly excellent display. I thought he was finished at this level. Matt Hummels gets a ball of the week. Boy, he's 35, 30, I'm 36 years old. Jeremy and Levy says easy about royalty. It's mentality. When you want to call it mentality, you want to call it royalty. And royalty, Rastaman call it. Real Madrid is football royalty. Them look at that side where you support Manchester United. They would never achieve this level of football royalty. Junior, bugs of the week. Continue.
You see that's what you call a layup. hey, better just say, Junior, dunk it. Manchester United for the year them have leave it at that. We talk about coaching and great coaches. I was ready to chant Tuchel's name and laugh after Bayern Munich, but Tuchel in 90 minutes showed why Bayern Munich want to get rid of him. And Jeremy alluded to this in the midweek, and I agree with him 100%. He went too defensive too early in a 1-0 game against Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. That was just the dumbest coaching mistake. And I said it midweek, I'm going to say it again. It reminds me of when Tapa made that change at Azteca when Jamaica was up or the game was tight. But I don't remember. It is such a blur to me now. But we were in a position of strength, and Tapa made the dumbest boneheaded change in the 86th minute. Take off him right back and put on a winger, and the game just completely flipped, and Mexico got off the hook. It was a World Cup qualifier, and that is how bad. That's how stupid it was for Tuchel. And to make it worse, Tuchel had nothing else to play for. You're not playing for the Bundesliga. If you just leave Harry Kane on, fine. Sané reportedly was playing with one hip, where him hip muscle, whatever, hip flexor, whatever. He had to come off. But to take off Harry Kane and put on Troublemaker, and this is how pissed off I am. I'm not even making a joke of it. Put on Kim Min-jae. When Kim Min-jae gave up the goal to Vinicius Jr. in the first leg, there's no way he must see the field second leg. No way. But you put him on and you take off your goal threat, and now, we feel so hard done because Real Madrid scored 2 against us. And this is not fair. Shut up your mouth. He's a damn idiot coach. And I don't want to have Manchester United. Don't come on my side. Next. I big up all the mothers in the world, I'm a mother might be watching. Miss Rose, big up yourself every time. You're my ball of the week. Right now, you might have to mute the TV for about 5 minutes. Anyway. Right before, was it before? No, after the World Cup. Was it before World Cup or after World Cup? I don't remember when. But the Reggaegirlz. And I'm pissed off when I call them Reggaegirlz. I'm not calling them Jamaican women's team. The Reggaegirlz were told by the JFF that a certain coach going to come in, right? And the girl them said, no, we don't want a coach. A coach is a rapist. And reportedly. They forced the GFF hand, and GFF had to make immediate changes to the directions where they were going and moved on. Right? Coach come in, them go World Cup, everybody feel good. Now the Reggaegirlz and GFF break up again. And GFF said, all right, I'm gonna draw a line in the sand. I'm gonna bring my set of girl them. Who do know I play for my Guam out of the business. Fast forward about 4, 5, 6 games. You have Xavier Gilbert coaching him, have some young girl, Excelsior girl, and we know the whole story. But now all of a sudden, what GFF released this week is that they bring back the same coach where the girl them never want to play for, and them calling back the same team when it went write letter and sign letter, so we don't want to play for that. Listen, man, I said at the time to you, Benton, and come on, the Reggaegirlz are idiots. I said it. I didn't say it that strongly, but they didn't have proper representation. And they were leading by emotion, not to say female or male, just saying they were leading by emotion. And we are going to look back on these decisions, and I'm going to say, I told you so. So, Benton, for my last bug, it goes to the JFF again and the Reggaegirlz. And I will say, I told you so. I told you so was going to happen. I told you it was going to be back. No, that would have never happened, blah, blah, blah. See the Benton? For Mother's Day. You know what? Big up Gene Nelson. Anybody would know about Ballchat from 5 years ago during COVID, when we never even used to do live shows, and we used to record and big up Gene, and Gene used to come on the show and supported us. This is the time before Jamaica went to the first World Cup, and Gene was an active participant of the show on and off the record. And she passed away, and she turned in her grave, Benton. I know who was turning in her grave on the dead yet. Cinderella Marley. Done.
We have to get to the meat of this JFF Reggaegirlz discussion later on. There's some things we want to see if we can and sort out around that discussion. But we only have an hour in our show because, again, you need to go Korean barbecue, etc. Chinny says that no responsibility for Manuel Neuer for making the mistake.
No.
And he also says Hurricane had a back problem. Do you honestly believe if Hurricane could have finished the game, don't you think he would? He's also given Bug of the Week to Manchester United ownership. Do you guys see the roof leak videos today?
Yeah. But
BM
for the
says,
Hurricane,
Junior, I disagree with you on the Reggaegirlz. The coach was cleared by FIFA. He basically went to football court and was found not guilty. BM says, big up to the Reggaegirlz, but play for JFF at your own risk. We'll discuss this, Hubert Busby and the JFF things at some point. Ballers and Bugs segment. Send on your ballers, send on your bugs. You know what? I'll table my bugs till later on, and I don't have any bugs. Let's just keep it moving. You know what? Atlanta United. Can't get it. Forget it. I was gonna table this bug, but Atlanta United gets the bug of the week. 3 consecutive defeats at home on the trot. Management told us that this is the most balanced team since 2019. Management is sending email requesting for us to come and watch this team. Give us a product that's worth watching. Bug of the week, Atlanta United. Bug of the week, Atlanta United. And John Herdman, while I'm in MLS, John Herdman, Toronto FC's manager, gets a bug of the week. There was a bust-up between Toronto FC and NYC FC in the MLS. John Herdman said in the last game, what did he say? In the previous meeting between these two teams, somebody fist or thump or punch one of his players in the face. So what does that have to do with this game, brother? Bugs of the week, family. Fix up. All right. Let's get to this EPL thing. I do want to touch this Reggaegirlz thing on the top. And no.
Your call.
You know what? Reggaegirlz thing right now. We're going to do it right now. BM says, big up to the Reggaegirlz. As for those of you who are not aware, Hubert Busby, former head coach of the Reggaegirlz, was re-elected, will return to lead the Reggaegirlz, and the team was also the players that were on strike also returned. Current Reggaegirlz squad that was announced for upcoming friendly June 2nd against Brazil, two matches against Brazil. Sydney Schneider in goal, Rebecca Bug Spencer, because Rebecca Spencer was horrible in goal today for big up yourself, I love, but we have to keep it real. She was horrible in goal for Spurs in the FA Cup final against Manchester United. Leah Brooks are the three goalkeepers for the Reggaegirlz. Defenders, Kanya Plummer, Junior's special player, Chantel Swaby, Alison Swaby, Denisha Blackwood, Vian Sampson, Naya Cardoza, Lauren Reed. Midfielders, Jade Beardley, Jude Spence, Atlanta Primus, Peyton McNamara, Israela Groves. Forward, Tiffany Cameron, Kayla McKenna, Paige Bailey Gale, Trudy Carter, Cameron Simmons, Amelia Van Zanten, Jody Brown, Davia Richards. Junior, talk to me now. Let's get Hubert Mosby and the situation sorted out as the exiled Reggaegirlz have returned to the squad.
Exile coach too.
And the exile coach. All right, now to Hubert Busby. In fact, I think I have an image here of Hubert Busby. So as BM pointed out, the JFF released a statement, said that he was cleared by FIFA to return. So it seems to me, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, it seems to me he was removed from the post and of course the allegations back then was that while he was at Toronto or Vancouver, he requested much for works, aka he solicited sex from a recruit. And there was subsequently an investigation, and according to the JFF release, it says that he was cleared by FIFA to return. And because of this being cleared by FIFA, that means that now he can return to the role. So it almost seems like the other coaches were essentially warming the seat, keep the seat warm until this brother get clear.
It's that simple. So remind me, Benta, because my memories are the fuzzy. I don't want to speak ill. So who were the coaches that were the interim at the time?
So they have gone with so first it was Lorne and Xavier. So Xavier Gilbert was the latest version, latest interim, right? So he led.
But Lorne was there first,
and Lorne was there before Xavier, right? And so the Lorne contract wasn't renewed, and then they went with Xavier.
So Lorne's contract wasn't renewed.
Yeah.
They went with Xavier. But so we're not talking interim coaches here. We're talking Lorne. Busby was removed as a coach.
Yeah.
Not because of the allegations.
Yeah.
It's because the team didn't want him to coach him, right?
To my and unless I'm missing something, I never thought the team had a problem with Busby coaching them because at the time, and he is part of that Minzy group, that just like Lorne, right? Because he was part of that coaching staff with Lorne and Minzy, and the coaching staff that got got these ladies to their first World Cup. So ultimately, he was the next choice, right? Because remember, I think that Lorne wasn't always a crowd favorite because of the fact that he was so confrontational. It basically didn't talk in mind, so to speak. And so Busby was also one of them that I think the girls liked and wanted them to coach. And so when when the allegations surfaced, it seems like he had to leave the post.
So is it fair then for us to say then that because I don't think it's coincidence. Busby's back, the Reggaegirlz are back. Is it fair for us to say that is a stipulation that they put out? If that's the case, then I stand corrected, and we'll do another.
Yeah, I mean so let's see what happens, because ultimately there's a fundamental issue here, because the issue is always that the players are essentially dictating who coaches them. And in any organization that's long term, long forward, future planning, you don't want the current core dictate who drive the bus, no, right? Because you have other things to do futuristic wise in terms of planning, strategic planning. But the JFF seems to say, okay, let's make a deal, and since this brother has been cleared of these allegations, we'll return him to the hem. Because it seems like the bottom line is that Xavier Gilbert, who was in charge for the recent Gold Cup qualifiers, was not the favorite, and the ladies did not want to play for him. And they came up with all sort of, well, you know what, I wouldn't say accusations. They came up with all sort of things. Some of it that Dennis Strong debunked regarding payment. Some players did get paid, and either the so-called ladies weren't aware of it. But there were some allegations that were made, were misrepresentation of the facts, because they were subsequently paid, and whatever Chung had the receipt, so to speak, to prove that. So I think the Xavier Gilbert thing is by and large that this group of players are not willing to play for Xavier Gilbert. So the JFF is now pivoting back to the guy who was cleared of the charges.
But Xavier is still on the staff, ain't he?
Yes. So he's still on the staff, and he was part of the previous staff for Lorne when he went to the World Cup, right? So I think the JFF is saying, okay, you can have the head coach. You can have the head coach, but this guy is going to be part of the staff. It's just like when Lorne, when they got rid of Vin Blaine, and then Lorne took the job. Xavier was part of the staff.
Yeah, so and hopefully people out there don't try to sell me the point that this happens all the time. So I'm not. I hope I don't come off like I'm calling into question that manhood of Xavier Gilbert, but not the cojones, not the I don't know the strength of character. It's character. Hopefully you don't think I'm calling into question his character, but you got an opportunity. There's a coach that lost the job for whatever reason, and you got the opportunity to coach a team that you were already in direct contact with. And these same players said they don't want you to represent them as their head coach. Or you are still going to stay on the staff as a contributing coach? Is there really no other team out there where you can coach, brother?
Well, I think for Xavier, and I'm not speaking for him, I'm just kind of looking on the outside here. So he coaches, I think, Arnett Garden in the Premier League. Sometimes, sometimes we see him coach Arnett. So he coaches a few teams, right? But I think eventually Xavier Gilbert will be the coach of the Reggaegirlz.
Which Reggaegirlz?
Not this version of the Reggaegirlz.
So no, cool. But all right. And like BM said, because BM is saying the girls were never going to play for PE coach Xavier. The girls also wanted Lorne, and it worked out well. They created history. Last year, first Caribbean country to reach a knockout stage of a World Cup in 85 years. We all know that El Pistolero said under 17, the girls under 17.
Yeah, and he has coached, yes, I think he coached the under 17 and the under 20, both of those teams during the respective qualifiers. So, I mean, him still collecting food.
But as a fan, as a person who wants to see the product grow and mature and go to the next, what will be regarded as maturity for the Jamaican women's football team is when this set of players move on, and you pass it on to the next set, and they just take it up and run with it, right?
Yes.
What we have right now is seeds of dissent. What we have right now is a seed being planted of I like this coach, I don't like this coach. And we'll have to really have our head in the sand to think that give Xavier the under-17 team, the senior players' impression of Xavier will not affect the under-17 girls. That is you have to have your head in the sand to think like that. And for Xavier, and I don't know him personally, and I know people in the organization get snippets of the show, and I know them have rabbit ears. I know them get caught in them feelings, and I really don't care. But brother, I'm not trying to disrespect you. If I was in your position, I take myself away from the organization and say, you know what? Let me prove myself to you. Because I would rather be in a place where everybody, we all on one accord. You don't have to like me, but you can respect what I bring to the game. And there's no way you can look at me and say, you know, coach, I don't think you'll be a great head coach, but I still respect your football knowledge. It don't work like that. So when you tell me, say, I'm not fit enough to be your head coach, that means you don't respect me. That means if I'm sitting there on the training field, and me see you doing something where, hey, player X, I would like you to pivot yourself this way when the ball is coming, blah, blah, blah. I would be crazy to think that you are going to sit down and listen to what I say. So how can that be a comfortable work environment for me? And how can the program move forward if we have a coach in here that's slicing the team down the middle? It's just not a good look to me. And again, I will say it again. I would say I told you so, but the Reggaegirlz have dropped the swoop again.
Yeah. What I will say regarding Xavier, and as El Pistolero pointed out, the Youth 17 team or the Youth 20 teams, a lot of these players who play in those respective teams are his players that he coached at Excelsior. Right. So he does a lot of well, I don't know how much recruiting he do at Excelsior still, because it's a big program in the sense of schoolgirls football. So he has more authority when it comes to those teams, right? Because I've seen players by and large from Excelsior that dominate the schoolgirls football, then that feeds into that team. You know what? You make a very good point, but it seems like the man satisfied with player number 2. And him just like play number 2 and easy. Him take the assistant role, and he will take the assistant role and again. But also it's probably a bit of humility on his part too. Because he will say, okay, I can learn something here. I'm just going to ease myself and contribute and do part of the work. Because the Reggaegirlz is bigger than me right now. And I'm doing my part to try to help this team succeed. If the team don't succeed, fine. When them kick off again, then we go back for the next squad, and I'm putting my hat in the race again for the job. Just like he led the team admirably in some aspects with the recent Gold Cup qualifiers, but unfortunately for him, it was a bit last minute and he couldn't get a good preparation. The big side now play for him. Bottom line. And it's sad that the players get to dictate who they play for, but sadly this is the landscape of how things are with this team.
And big up delivery apps, and you're right, Benton, and you're right, but I'm gonna give you and Xavier one warning. All right? And this is the warning. Everything sounds good by Benton on paper, right? But make the Reggaegirlz feel. So, player X, what happened? What happened to the team? Why why the team looks so different than the team that we saw that went to the second round of the World Cup. Well, you know, we have inconsistencies in the coaching staff. We have some coach who know him and do, and we have some coach who don't know him and do. And that's a problem. You don't have a leg to stand on. If you can be easily pushed, perhaps as a skateboard, and we see it all the time. We see it all the time. And you're just putting yourself in a position that you reference humility better. You know what humility would be? Humility is Xavier coming out and saying, hey, I thought I was ready to coach international football, but the big side said I'm not fit to be them head coach. I tell you what, let me go back to the drawing board and read them myself. Let's go back to the drawing board and get some license, do something, publicly put it out there.
Okay.
And that is humility to me.
Now, and BM says, I agree with Junior. Xavier should have just left. The girls don't respect you. To add a little bit of another important element in this dialogue is that Xavier Gilbert did say a few weeks ago, about 2 months ago, that, you know, they were hoping that to resolve the issues because they were scheduled to have a friendly game in April with Australia, and he was supposed to be the man in charge of that team. And he said we were hoping to paraphrase, we were hoping to resolve the issues, and he was anticipating having the big side back. So in essence, he was actually looking forward to actually lead that big team in the April friendly with Australia. Australia canceled the game, and subsequently Xavier didn't get the chance to lead that big team. Junior, it is what it is, brother.
EMC, I thought the GFF said the girls will no longer dictate what happens with the team. When World Cup and money is on the line, Ricketts suddenly grew a spine. Yeah, hey, you know that rhyme too. Yeah, when World Cup and money is on the line, Ricketts suddenly grows a spine.
But all right. Last thing I want to say about this thing, though. I mean, I mentioned reason for a while about it yesterday, and I think one of the key frustration for me is that the trust in this relationship between the Reggaegirlz, the World Cup Reggaegirlz squad, and the current JFF administration, Ricketts, Strong, Speed, they need to get together and fix this relationship for them to achieve something good together, because this constant argument and this constant injection of external entities like Fifth Pro, or you don't pay money to people, that is just too many cooks in the kitchen. It's like if me and Junior have a problem, I should be able to pick up the phone to Junior and say, yo, brethren, here we go on. I can't give you money. I can't give you money Tuesday. Or here we go on. The things what you said about me around a corner yesterday, I don't really like. They have to figure out a way to move this thing forward, because there's this power struggle right now, and it's only going to continue. And right now, Busby is just kind of a temporary holding gap, man, until the thing jump off again.
So it's a positive vibrations radio says, greetings fam, all due respect to Gilbert, but I'm sure Sam can't manage it. And Benton, let me tell you something. You bring up something that's key. Now, Ballchat, we are independently owned, independently run. Nobody can run it down. Nobody can dictate to us what to do. We in America, you can't bad we up. You can't. Cease and desist. We'll just put a middle finger to you like this, and everything will be all right.
Hey, it's Mother's Day show, brother.
Pick up my mother again when I'm watching the show. I'm sorry. But my middle finger was just scratching me. Someone else has said it. I said, just in case we have to send something to GFF. Right? So, nobody can bad we up. So when we say certain things that sound like we're talking in the favor of JFF, you know that it's coming from a place of positivity, real positivity, and from the heart. Nobody can buy we out, right? JFF, take this one positive comment from me. It is obvious we don't patch up everything with the Reggaegirlz. Either through Busby, who was a mediator, which more likely is what happened, conspiracy theory. We don't know, right? But if you, Ricketts, have a problem with Leon Bailey coming out on a podcast and saying what he had to say, if you, Ricketts, have a problem with the high-profile reggae girls coming out on national radio and saying some things that made you feel uncomfortable, well, newsflash, Mr. Ricketts. When everything is good now, bring everybody together. You don't even need a big-time camera. Your cell phone can go in 4K. You have your GFF Facebook account on it. You have your GFF YouTube account on it, more likely. Get one tripod, put it up. Hit record. Hit start GFF live or Facebook live. You sit down with the coach, with both coaches, with Gilbert, with Busby, with whoever you want to use as representing the Reggaegirlz. And I shouldn't say use. Whoever represents the Reggaegirlz, and everybody sit down and publicly say, hey, all this thing we're going on for the last 9 years is water under the bridge. Let's start fresh. Let's move on. Let's build this thing together. We have an under-17 team that will trust into this Coach Gilbert. Coach Gilbert, you are responsible for getting these girls ready to transition into the national program. Mr. Busby, you have the national program with player XYZ sitting down right here, so let's look towards the World Cup. We missed the World Cup because of our inconsistencies in relationship. Let's not make that hurt us again. Let's move forward as a unit. It's done. Simple.
Let's move forward. 100. Positive Vibrations Radio says really, and I mentioned the same point earlier, similar point earlier. It's really Busby team still. He never got a chance to really coach him. And I said that earlier on, that when the allegations surfaced, FIFA came in with an investigation and it was sermon, in a seat. So all the people that's been sitting in that chair somewhat has been sitting and keeping the chair warm until he got his issues resolved. Now his issues are resolved and now him forward back. So we just June 2nd, Reggaegirlz versus Brazil. Big side, big game. Let's see. I mean, time a tick. So I could watch the space and see. We're going to watch the game and definitely see what will happen. World Cup qualifiers going to come thick and fast, and other opportunities. So just to remind listeners again, the squad for the Reggaegirlz: Sydney Schneider, Rebecca Spencer, Leah Brooks, goalkeepers; Kanya Plummer, defenders: Kanya Plummer, Chantel Swaby, Alison Swaby, Denisha Blackwood, Vian Sampson, Nea Cardoza, Lauren Reed. Lauren Reed was very good in that World Cup qualifiers, outstanding in that defense. Midfielders: Jade Bailey, Jude Spence, Atlanta Primus, Peyton McNamara, Israela Grooves, another player from the qualifiers, the Gold Cup qualifiers, was also outstanding. I would love to see Days' sister also get a look, Michaela Days and her sister. Tiffany Cameron, Kayla McKenna, Paige Bailey Gale, Trudy Carter, Cameron Simmons, Amelia Van Zanten, Jody Brown, Davia Richards. Davia Richards was also important and huge in those qualifiers. Most notably, Bonnie Shaw, the big striker, is out through surgery. And Akiki Van Zanten is also out injured. So Reggaegirlz, June 1st, June 2nd, June 1st, Champions League. I hope the girls' game isn't around the same time. We have to go look. I'll
tell you that second, because I'm with ESPN up. I'm going to follow them. But I'll tell you which day exactly the game is.
All right. And all right, now to Premier League roundup on the weekend that was in the Premier League. Arsenal secured a
June 1st. They're playing on June 1st. Sorry, they play June 1st on June 4th.
Okay. Thanks, June. Appreciate the knowledge. Arsenal picked up a massive 3 points. Leandro Trossard, now to our EPL roundup. Leandro Trossard with the go-ahead goal, Junior. Penultimate weekend in the Premier League. Arsenal live to fight another day. And your thoughts on the game, family?
I will speak as a football fan, not as a Manchester United fan. That game was one of the weirdest games I've ever seen. Arsenal looked like they wanted drama. And Manchester United looked like they didn't want any drama. So the game just fell into this lull, especially when Trossard scored early. It just felt like Arsenal was saying, can we survive 70 minutes? And Manchester United was saying, yo, can we just play the 70 minutes and go on our yard? There was no. It's one of the weirdest games. It really is. I mean, Onana made one great save I can think of. Garnacho looked deadly going down the left wing, but he cannot cross a ball to a Manchester United player to save his life. Wan Bissaka looked like I don't know what the hell he wants to do. Kai Havertz looked like he just want to be a part of something big. Casemiro looked like he want to play business or scrimmage football. That's just how the game looked to me. The game just looked. I'm sitting there watching the game and I'm like, this don't look like a title race game. If this was a title race game, Arsenal should have come out and say, yo, let's put this game to bed. Let's not leave any doubt. Let's this team don't want to play the football. Let's put them to sleep early. And I never get that vibe from Arsenal. I don't know about you, Benton, but I never get that vibe. I got the vibe like we are nervous. This is still Manchester United. It's still Alex Ferguson field and blah, blah, blah. Too much respect.
BM says, one last thing on the girls. You realize them dash from Marla Sweatman and Asha. I thought Marla Sweatman was BM's future wife. Did he not say that, Junior?
No comment.
Yeah, Asha definitely did not paint herself in many colors during the qualifiers. I thought Marla was outstanding in some aspects of the game. You're all right, Marla for turn scout and coach. I think she actually got some consultant role within the JFF. So scout.
Craig Butler made the call.
Yeah.
Craig Butler made the call.
All right, now to the Arsenal Man United game. I hear it, Junior, and a part of me had the similar mindset regarding Arsenal and the approach to the game. But you know what? I look at it after the conclusion of the game. You know what? This team have not won an EPL title in 20 years. And so you're going into the final weekend, and bottom line is that you don't want to drop the soap, so to speak. You don't want to lose football games. You don't want to drop points. And I think there's a bit of nerves, and I can understand why there's a bit of nerves. Because they know that Fulham got butter bruised yesterday by Man City. And they know that to give themselves a chance, they needed to win this game. And so this is why I thought they were more pragmatic, more cautious. And as soon as that goal going, they must say, all right, we have one goal. If we score one more, great. If not, we don't worry about it, because bottom line is that we just need to win this football game.
And we could have been sitting here talking about how they throw away the league, because Garnacho could have easily made the right cross one of those chances. Casemiro had a couple long distance shots that we have seen him connect on at some time. Rasmus had one chance, half chance to him turn. It's so much that could have happened. And when you look at a team like that, if I go into a game and know that this team has no healthy center backs playing,
you're going straight at them.
I'm straight at them. I'm going for 2-3 goals early.
Straight at them, a straight runs. I'm
going for 2-3 straight early. Johnny Evans.
I have a goalkeeper who suspect at best. But again, Junior, they are in a title race, so maybe that's the reason. I'm gonna say this. I think Arsenal will win the title. Yeah, they can. They can win. I mean, it's either them and I mean they can win.
I think they're winning the title.
You know, but
they're going to win the title. Man City.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Man City is going to drop. Man City is dropping one of these last 2 games. They're going to drop.
Yeah. So, but the important thing is that if Man City drop points, whether it's against Spurs or against West Ham, it's imperative that Arsenal don't drop points.
They must have one more game leave.
Yeah, you have one more game, and it's a more difficult game than today's game.
Yeah.
And you playing Sean Dyche Everton.
But as Sean Dyche Everton, that has nothing to play for.
Well,
done.
Fair enough, but it's Sean Dyche Everton.
It doesn't matter. And trust me, and you playing at home? Nah.
Yeah, we thought that a few weeks ago about playing at home. Again, this is a team that is not used to winning trophies. This is a team that is going. You remember you talked to us a few years ago about being nerves and the bumbleitis, because all these games are playing simultaneously on Sunday now. So
go ahead.
And then you have scoreboard watching, and you have a team over there. So as in Man City, who this is a normal process for them.
And I beg to differ. It is not a normal process for them.
Relative to Arsenal.
But Man City is not firing on all cylinders right now. And I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
I expect them to draw against Tottenham.
Okay, fine.
And if they draw against Tottenham, right? Because Tottenham has something to play for.
Okay.
Tottenham still has they're still within a shout of the Champions League spot at Aston Villa.
They're within a shout.
And they're within a shout.
Yeah, they're within a shout.
Newcastle is still within a shout of Tottenham with the Conference League spot.
Yes.
So Tottenham has something to play for this week.
Yes.
I'm telling you guys right now, there's going to be that one game that Erling Haaland, we know Erling Haaland is a shell of himself right now. It hasn't beat City as yet. I think it's going to bite City this week because they're going to need Erling Haaland against Tottenham. And I'm telling you guys right now, if Arsenal enter that game next week against Everton, they don't have to scoreboard watch. If Tottenham draw with Man City, Arsenal is going to have a +3 goal difference, tied up points going in with Man City. They don't say all we have to do is win our game. And if Man City want to beat West Ham, West Ham by 8 goals, it is what it is. But we are going to win for a game. And that's how I think that's how I think they're going to approach it. I really do.
Mikel Arteta said after the Man United game, says, quote, it's been 27 wins in the Premier League. It's the most in the history of this football club in 130 years. That's not progress, that's history.
Oh my God! Can I retract my Arsenal going to win title?
Yo, you can't say whatever you want to say, brother. It's your show.
I swear, I never know him said this.
Mikel Arteta says, quote, it's 27 wins in the Premier League. It's the most in the history of this football club in 130 years. That's not progress, that is history, end quote.
All right, any Arsenal fan that come to me with that foolishness, wait until after the end of the season to say it, as I'm going to slap you in the face. Because
go ahead.
If Arsenal don't win the title, don't come to me with that crap. Because guess what? And nobody remember Golden State beat Chicago 72-win season. But you know why?
Because they didn't win the title.
They never win the title, so shut the hell up about who you have the most regular season win. Shut up. Arteta, your season will not be better than Arsene Wenger's Invincibles. So don't come with this history full. Don't bring the word history till you finish. Don't finish your job first, dude. Yo, Man City win the title, yeah.
Hopefully, Man City man probably say, yo, goat kid, tapping nice. Goat mouth kid, tapping nice. Eric Ten Hag said, quote, when you're missing 7 starting players, we are competitive with one of the best teams in the league, end quote. Junior, clear to chime in on this one. He said he was missing 7 starting players and they were competitive with one of the best teams, speaking to Sky Sports in the league. All right, while Junior gather his thoughts.
I'm ready for that. This is a fireable offense.
Okay.
That is a fireable offense. Anybody sitting on and watching that game will say Arsenal is not a competitive team. Anybody sitting on watching that game will say Arsenal wet the bed today. Even though they won the game, they gave up an opportunity. You know what? What if Tottenham draw with Man City this week, right?
Yeah.
And Tottenham and Man City beat West Ham 6-0.
Yeah.
Right? And Arsenal beat Everton 2-0. Everybody at Arsenal will look at the last game Arsenal played against Man U and say, why the hell you never score more than one goal? When you look at that +1 goal difference that Man City going to have over you, every Arsenal fan going to say, Arteta, why you never just put it to bed, score as much as you can against this idiot Manchester United team? And for Ten Hag to come out now and say, we're very competitive against. Arsenal did not want to score more goals against a big man. So they accomplished. It is so disappointing. Arsenal finished the game in the 28th minute. That means that they looked at you and said, for the next 70 minutes, what you would do on the field is irrelevant because the outcome is already decided. And we have already decided our outcome, and we're looking forward to Everton. That's how Arsenal play the game, but at Ten Hag wants or something like that, better come out from the TV, yeah, man.
But Junior, all right, does he have a point though about?
No, he doesn't.
About the injuries.
Yes. He has a point about the injuries. He does.
I mean, because he did clearly state that Manchester United is suffering immensely on the injury bug.
I I get bug of the year, bug of the season, because at the start of this season's Ballchat, I waxed lyrically about Manchester United taking away Arsenal's doctor. Remember Manu hired Arsenal's team doctor, and he said his mandate was he knows how to keep Anthony Martial healthy and on the field.
I guess he failed miserably.
The man take with the whole side. Tyrone Malacia, people are saying that he doesn't exist anymore. He would have seen him again for a whole year. Look how many players are injured. It is weird, and I don't think it's coincidence. And this is my conspiracy theory right now. I don't think most of these players are as injured as they say they are.
Okay.
I really think some of them don't like Ten Hag, and some of these players are just revolting. I really feel so.
BM says this is what the great Manchester. Well, should we correct the statement? He said this is what the great Man United is reduced to. Simply trying to be competitive against Arsenal is jolting. Should we correct the statement to say this is what the once great Man United, because there's nothing great about this current version of this club.
Big up my brethren Freddie. I have a brethren named Freddie, and long time him leave Jamaica, a big man. I hope I hear some sad news about him recently. So Freddie, general that. But you know what Freddie used to always tell me anytime I him link up? One of my elder them. And Freddie would say, Junior, you think you know Patty? You ever hear about Bruce's Patty yet? I said, no. Bruce's used to run Jamaica, you talk about tasties and mothers pot. I said, mothers? Where you gone back in the early 90s. What's it now, man? Bruce's used to run, and anybody that know about Bruce's patties, or the whole. I'm going to start telling that straight up. But that's some elders. That's what Manchester United is right now. Manchester United is the Bruce's patty. I will look to tasties. I will look at the juicy beef right now. And it just, the patty that we used to look pregnant and on me tonight. That's what Manchester United look right now. Just one time nice patty. Manchester United is the Bruce's patty of the world.
Yeah, man. I mean, while I watch this club today, I was thinking, man, this is the club of Paul Ince, Dwight York, Andy Cole. This is Vidic, Jaja. All right, Manchester United, Arsenal game ended 1-0 in favor of Arsenal. Man City, the other title contender, defeated Fulham 4-0. A whole heap of Arsenal fans did hitch them card to this Fulham game. Early morning game, early kickoff, as in the lunchtime kickoff. Whole heap of Arsenal fans thought this was the game that Man City was going to drop points.
I don't know why. That when them have Tottenham midweek, that to me is a bigger game. But
and I mean the main reason
pressure.
is Tottenham.
No, but Tottenham is a bigger side than Fulham. But there's a pressure. I think the pressure of playing first, knowing that you're chasing, right? Arsenal will know what they need to do, and Man City is in a situation where we just have to win, right? And not only just have to win, you have to win convincingly, just in case you drop 2 points somewhere along the line. You have to make a goal difference. I mean, the man, you have to give props to them, but I think there's that one game that's coming. I just feel it. I think Tottenham, maybe Mikel Antonio, when he predicted a couple weeks ago that Arsenal was going to win because West Ham have something to play for the end of the season. I don't know if they still have something to play for, but maybe he might have something to say about the last game with Miles going out. I don't know, but hats off the City. The man them find a way for just do it, even when the big guns are not firing.
Junior, I mean, and I know I'm good mouth, and I'm not predicting any horse to win this race. I mean, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, whosoever want to go out and win it, kudos and big ups to them. But bottom line, with this Man City team, this squad and this coach, and the fact that they have won 3 Premier League titles in a row, I mean, it going to take something Herculean to actually see them. It going to take some strong obia to actually see them dropping points at this stage of the season. Especially, this is customary for them. They go on these runs late in this EPL season time and time again. I think they're on a 21 games unbeaten run. I mean, and against Tottenham or against West Ham, 2 things that stood out to me in this game against Fulham. The early stages at which the earliness of which they scored. Soon as Gravadal scored that goal, Kevin De Bruyne was just like, all right, food. Beat and teach time. And he was so telepathic in his passing. It's just like, yo, as long as you did that, I will connect with you. And another thing that is essential is that they are healthy. They are healthy. I know Nathan Adke picked up a knock yesterday in that Fulham game. He had to sub out. So let's see if he's available because he's a big miss. But the mere fact that they are healthy, it's going to take some strong obia to see them dropping any more points in this game, in this season. I mean, this is how good this team is. Because Arsenal is a good team and Arsenal has done a lot to achieve to push it this close. Because when you look at depth of these 2 squads, Man City can say, all right, the Viking is not firing today. Julian Alvarez, come forward. The left side now going good today. Jeremy Ducko, come forward. Bernardo Silva. There's something that I saw Pep started to do in these recent games. For a large part of the season, he has done the played John Stone in midfield beside Rodri. John Stone picked up an injury, and now he said, okay, Mateo Kovacic, cover. You and Rodri right beside each other. Experience, because Cover is an experienced midfielder. Cover was running up and down in that midfield yesterday. He said, ball game. Arsenal fans better go and check the obia. I don't know who's going to win it, but it's hard for me to see this team dropping any points in these last 2 games.
I think Tottenham have something for them. I really do. I really do. I really
And
think.
for Arsenal fans' sake, I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
And how ironic, Tottenham helping Arsenal.
Yes. Kai Havertz says, quote, I'm going to be the biggest fan of Spurs ever. We're all going to be, so let's hope for the best. End quote. Yo, you see champion, brother, champion no hope for other people win things for them, man. Champions win it for themselves. And I mean, that is what the old people them used to tell me. Champions win ball game for themselves. They don't depend upon people. Them don't put them pattern upon people. So, Arsenal fans, good luck to you. Spurs against Man City on Tuesday. It's Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday. Pep said regarding the game coming up, he says, quote, don't think anything other than the next game. Go to London, try to win the game. End quote. That's
simple.
all. That's simple. His simple message, at least according to him. There was a lot of discussion, a lot of talk after the Fulham game about supporting Manchester United and pulling for Manchester United and against Arsenal. He says, look, I mean, to paraphrase, he said, you know, he's not going to pull for him nearby. It's nearby. I mean, nearby is nearby. Them a rival. They're not going to pull for Man United. Their job is to focus on winning their game. This is what going around a neighbor yard.
And if he win him next 2 games and win the title.
Win the title. So he said, this is what I'm going to do. Me not worry about neighbor, to paraphrase. But, all right, other EPL results, family. Formerly relegated, Burnley is now relegated, family. I mean,
I'm torn because Burnley play some good football now. They do. And Burnley's problem is, I think Company's blind spot is he knows, I don't know if it's he knows or if he only knows, or the impression that he has on his players, he can easily get them going for big games. But the games them that they should be competitive in, they fail. And that is where Burnley failed this year. Looking at how the season shaked out at the end, you could say Burnley should have been able to take down Nottingham Forest. Looking at how the season ending, right? Where it all ended. We know there were stretches where Nottingham Forest, like when Nuno came in, they had the bump and blah, blah, blah. But looking at the overall standing and overall, if Burnley was more pragmatic in their approach to certain games, then they would have been staying up because they play good enough football, attractive enough football for the Premier League, but they don't play with a heart. They don't have the heart. They don't. And I think that's an indictment on Company. I think that is something that Company need to learn as a coach, is that the real coaches out there make their names when the games get boring. Those are when real coaches step up. When the games get boring and the players look at it as just, oh, it's rudimentary and just another day. We have a bigger fixture coming up next week. That coach now earns his money by making that player switch on and treat this game like it's a World Cup final. You go out there and get the result that you want because the coach is looking more forward. I think that's where Burnley faltered. Luton, they tried. Sheffield never ready. But Luton tried as well. But I think Luton squad wasn't deep enough. It's a different conversation between Luton and Burnley. Luton had the heart. They just didn't have the squad. Burnley never have the heart what Luton have, in my opinion.
You're sending Luton down.
Better, come on, man. What would think? Luton going to win them last game by what? 6, 7?
It's a Luton need to beat West Ham. Well, so it's all about results. So they play West Ham on the last day, and Nottingham Forest plays Chelsea, right?
Right.
So what if Chelsea fix up Nottingham Forest and Luton? No, wait. What?
No, Luton play, not West Ham. Luton
Not
play.
West Ham. Why am I looking at this? It's all, yeah. Luton fix up plays Fulham the last day, and Forest rounds out against Burnley.
So they have a 12 goal thing they need to come up, right? So Forest play Burnley. This is Burnley's last game
at home at Turf Moor.
At Turf Moor.
Yes.
And Burnley play football, right? Company can easily send them out, and I guess this is where you're going, and they can easily put in 6-7 goals. Easily. You know, do you know how much
Fulham is on the beach. I'm trying to make a case here for Luton to give them a chance.
you know how much money Luton would have to pay? And these are the views of Junior and that Ballchat. Do you know how much money Luton will have to play Fulham and Nottingham Forest to make that happen? You think match fixing is in play? You know how much money they will have to pay? Is that happening?
Yeah, it's a massive hole. It's a massive, massive hole. I mean,
Luton gone, Benton.
yeah, it's a massive hole. I mean, I do think I see Burnley beating Forest because at Burnley.
They should.
Yeah.
They should.
It's just that I'm not convinced that Luton will beat Fulham and can beat Fulham by so many goals.
Nah. Even though we don't, yeah, but Fulham just give up 4 to City still.
Well, City is not Luton.
But City is not as desperate as Luton at this moment.
This is true.
But there's a chance.
I guess Luton would be more desperate. I mean, and Amari Bell, tough luck for Amari Bell. Look like championship next season. I mean, he picked up that injury. Yeah, big up BM for highlighting that. I wanted to ask you before we leave the Premier League. Man United and Chelsea. Chelsea has gone through the mud, dragged through the ringer. We have seen the memes. We have heard the jokes about how bad things are at Stamford Bridge. But Junior, this team, I think they've won the last 3 games on the trot. And they're sitting in 7th position in the EPL, tied on points with Newcastle. I mean, it seems a bit of a turnaround, a massive turnaround here by Chelsea.
It did. I think we can argue that. You can make that argument. And is it that does Chelsea need European football next year, even if it's Conference League?
I think they do. They need some of that European money, something, especially with the fact that they may have to offload some of those players in the offseason.
That is the key, because you can't offload players that nobody wants. The problem is in the next year and a half, the cap might be coming in, right? So why would I invest in some players right now that is iffy at best? Why would I would only invest in sure players, right? So don't come to me and say this player is coming from the Chelsea system. No. What have you done for me lately? What are your stats lately? Because I don't have the money to waste. I cannot invest in a player and him come and sit down and an academy player come and take away his spot, right? So I think Chelsea needs European football next year just so they can keep the squad happy. They need to play all possible competitions. I think they will even go in a testimonial games if they can. Just because the squad is just too big, right? And again, they're not going to be able to offload the players that they want to offload. If they're going to have to offload some players, they have to offload some players that they want to keep. So we'll sit with them. But it's a big turnaround. There's some uncertainty around Pochettino with Chelsea. They need to make a decision quickly. Can Tuchel possibly come back to Chelsea? Tuchel strike me like the type of person that will do that.
Yeah, he does. He does seems like that type of person. Aston Villa plays Liverpool tomorrow, Junior. At Aston Villa. If Aston Villa 4 points ahead of Spurs. If Aston Villa wins this game tomorrow, then it's a goal difference thing in terms of Spurs would need to win. Well, no, Spurs cannot leapfrog them, right? Because if Aston Villa wins tomorrow against Liverpool, they would have secured the Champions League spot, right?
Right.
Yes, because Spurs only have a maximum of 6 points remaining, and they would have been leading by 7 points.
And Liverpool have nothing to play for.
And Liverpool don't have nothing. So if Aston Villa beats Liverpool tomorrow and secure secure Champions League, does this then impact Spurs against City on Tuesday? Because then Spurs would know that they don't have Champions League aspirations anymore.
That's a damn good point. However, if Liverpool, because Aston Villa has lost their last 3 games.
Yes, they have, yeah.
If Liverpool give them their 4th loss,
yes.
How does that impact Tottenham's approach to Man City?
Yeah. So now if Liverpool, and most of us probably who put money on these games expect Liverpool to beat Aston Villa. No. Because of the recent run of
not
Aston
at Villa Park though. Not at Villa Park, and not with what they're playing for. I wouldn't bet that.
Okay.
What is the motivation for Liverpool? Oh, we're going to kick the mighty Aston Villa out of Champions League. Nah. There's no motivation there. Oh, this is Klopp's last game at Villa Park. Nah. So no. I expect Liverpool to go out there and play hard though, because that's how Liverpool is.
That's how Liverpool is.
Yeah, but I don't. If I was a betting man, I would bet Aston Villa. And you know what? The whole English. Watch the VAR. Watch VAR tomorrow. You know what, Benton? Watch VAR tomorrow. How much you want bet Liverpool get a penalty tomorrow?
Well, if they do fall a Liverpool player in the box, they should get a penalty.
Watch how it comes out, because the biggest losers right now is TV.
Yeah.
There's nothing. We were talking a couple weeks ago, we were talking about a run-in, and we were looking at Liverpool and Arsenal and Man City final games and who have potholes, and we're looking at the other end of the table at Nottingham Forest, Luton, Everton, blah, 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 and it just fizzled out. Yeah. So till now, I guarantee they're looking like, yo, is there any way we can flex the game Monday to Tuesday?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let all the games kick off at this time. I don't be surprised if in the future, the last 2 games of the season play at the same time. Don't be surprised if that happens.
Bottom line is that Aston Villa need at least a point from this game tomorrow.
Just a point. If they get 1 point, yeah, just a point.
Because then they go into the final match.
No. They need a win. If they get a point and lose the last game,
well, they still need to win the last game.
Yeah, but just win one of 2 games.
Yes, win one of those games. The last game is against Aston Villa.
Right.
Against Crystal Palace. At Crystal Palace. Knowing Crystal Palace is playing well. This is your last home game for Aston Villa at Villa Park. So, for the season. Why not wrap this thing up now?
So Richard, that's a key question, which I think you were going to lead into. This will stay as it is. First, Man City. Second, Arsenal. Third, Liverpool. Fourth, Aston Villa. Fifth will be Spurs. Will stay as it is. Who do you think will get 6th or 7th position in EPL? So he's basically saying Newcastle or Chelsea. Who will finish higher than? And who is going to win English Championship playoff?
Chelsea.
So you have Chelsea.
Yeah, I think Chelsea is gonna get that because here's the deal. Chelsea is playing really well down the stretch. The game against Forest yesterday, I didn't anticipate them. They came from behind. What? No, so Forest, they led and then Forest took the lead and then they came back and won the game 3-2. They have people who are healthy. Chelsea has Bournemouth at home, and yeah, I expect Chelsea to get this. Newcastle goes to Brentford. This is the thing with Newcastle. Like yesterday, they dropped point, and then Newcastle also have Manchester United on Wednesday, while Chelsea goes to Brighton on Wednesday.
So Chelsea have Brighton, and then they finish with hosting Bournemouth, and Newcastle go to Old Trafford and finish at Brentford. So Newcastle have 2 road games left.
I got Chelsea. I think Chelsea finish in the 6th spot here.
You know,
and if he does finish in the 6th spot, it would be, and after the way the season was going, it would be an excellent achievement by Mauricio Pochettino and company.
Yeah, and you know, ooh.
No,
all right.
Now I can see them losing this Brighton game still.
Right, you see that all right. So those are things that I'm thinking about. So for Chelsea, I can see Chelsea losing to Brighton because De Zerbi still have something to play for. He has to prove. He has to prove that he is the De Zerbi want to finish in the top 10. He has to finish in the top 10 if he wants to coach Bayern Munich.
Yeah, and he's still on the list because Erbel wants him to be the Bayern Munich coach. The board, according to Florian Patagol, Bayern Munich beat reporter, the board is actually leaning towards Hansi Flick, but De Zerbi does have an advocate in those Bayern Munich discussions.
And he ends playing against 2 storied clubs, hosting 2 storied clubs.
What was the bug side?
It doesn't matter. Storied. So he has something to play for.
The coach of one storied club, former good, no bug, Manchester United just said we have 7 starters missing, or 12 missing injured players.
Okay, but I will tell you this. I guarantee that Leacher is playing this week. Okay. I guarantee Leach is starting this week. I guarantee Bruno and Rashford and Leacher will be back for Brighton. I think you're going to see a stronger Manchester United team over the next 2 games.
As they get ready for the FA Cup.
Getting ready for the FA Cup finals. That's why it is a tough question that Richard asked, because odds-on favourite, I said Newcastle, but then Newcastle have to go to Old Trafford and beat Manchester United, which is not no tall task, but it's still Newcastle. We'll see. All right, so what do you think? You think Chelsea?
I've got Chelsea. I think Chelsea finish in the 6th position over Newcastle. And it would... any team that let any of these teams, Newcastle, Man United, West Ham, that let Chelsea finish above them should be ashamed of themselves.
True.
Right, so Chelsea finish in the 6th position.
And one after cuff question, he asked about the who you think winning the championship playoff? You have Leeds and Norwich tied 0-0 at get Southampton.
Man.
Oh, sorry. Richard, Benton is a Southampton fan.
Southampton. Liverpool B team. Liverpool B team. Who do you got, Junior, in that 6th position?
Oh, the 6th position, I have Chelsea.
So you're going with Chelsea.
I think Man U going to surprise a lot of people this week and play some ball and beat Newcastle. And that will open the door for Chelsea. Richard said Leeds United in the last 5 playoffs, they lost all of them in the last 7 games, 4 losses, 2 draws, 1 win. Leeds United are in bad. Leeds United have been in bad form since Ballchat left. So
Well, he
they're really
left them in
Leeds.
bad form.
Yeah, but they're been about Leeds. Is a Norwich Benton. Something about Norwich. All right. Just for fun, I'm going to say Norwich versus Southampton in the championship final at Wembley, and we'll see who will make it to Premier League.
Yeah. Burnley relegated, Sheffield United down, Luton just with a prayer.
I'm gone, man.
And I'm gone. And Aston now, formal predictions. Aston Villa Liverpool tomorrow. Who you have? At Villa Park. Last game for Villa at home. Can lock up the Champions League spot. I can't remember last time Aston Villa was in Champions League.
I'm predicting that Leon Bailey is going to have a great game.
All right, Junior, can we get
I'm picking Villa.
Bullet would say, well, then I must.
Richard said Villa 2, Liverpool 2. Where the goals coming from for Liverpool? Is Darwin Núñez putting mouth out there and say, "I have to talk to the brass"?
Well,
before
Mohamed Salah will score. All right, so you got Villa. This is a tough one for me. You know what? I am leaning towards a draw also. But Liverpool victory. Liverpool win this football game.
Here goes goat mouth.
Liverpool win this football game. Tottenham versus Man City, Tuesday.
Liverpool
Champions League implications in the event that Aston Villa lose to Liverpool. This game for Tottenham is a must win to give themselves a chance to win, to get that Champions League spot. In the event of Aston Villa losing to Liverpool.
All right, so we say Aston Villa lose to Liverpool or even drop points to Liverpool.
Liverpool is going to beat Aston Villa.
All right, so Liverpool beat Aston Villa Monday. I'm going to tell you right now, Son is going to remind Pep why he wanted to get rid of Kyle Walker. I think Son is going to play out his mind. I think Ainge have something to play for. I think, if not now, when? For Tottenham, right?
You're searching.
I'm trying better because
you're reaching. And again, Burnley took the lead in the recent game against Tottenham. Right. Tottenham players actually did a lap of appreciation to the fans, like this is their last game at home. They don't have a game Tuesday. So maybe they forgot that they actually have a game on Tuesday against Man City. So I don't know.
But with Aston Villa losing to Liverpool as you guys predict, or even if they drop points to Liverpool, that would be win in Tottenham sales. I think Tottenham is going to... We feel Tottenham are going to beat Man City.
All right, fair enough. Now,
I think Tottenham is going to roll back the Pochettino years and run City off the field.
Okay. All right, next week Sunday when we're forward on Championship Sunday and we say what were you drinking? And we'll say but it's Mother's Day show now. We need to go home because we know you need to go take care of the mothers in your life. So we need to
big up. Sorry, better, but big up the whole Arden fam. Big up really, big up what say Arsenal. I put up the Arsenal fist, so you don't know.
Big up.
Over Arsenal.
Big up. Yo, I'm back at Natty today at the market. Long time I don't see him. I didn't have on him Barcelona shirt. Some say, brethren, you know, can't put up a shirt, man. Put it down for one season. him say, yo, laundry and itch, so him just decided to put it on. But him say Arsenal him focus on nice Sunday still, cause I'm gonna go in the house and put on a pot and sit in, cause this is Arsenal year. I said, Natty, you born big weed. He spoke so confidently. Like, this is Arsenal year, like, them the drop points already. Like, where were you with the Villa game, brother? So, I don't know. Maybe he knows something that I don't know, you know? But, Junior, before we go, man, we had, of course, you know, Championship Sunday. You know what? Junior, should we fire up the machine for Championship Sunday and do a watch along?
No.
No. Okay, you just want to sit down and watch the games them in peace.
Yes.
All right. Before we go, man, we had.
But it depends. It depends on the scores.
Before we go, man, we had. Of course, we'll do our wrap up show on Sunday, 5 p.m. same time this weekend, upcoming weekend. Junior.
Final show for the year.
Yeah. Before we go home, Kylian Mbappe.
Oh, jeez, I'm going to forget what I booked the other week.
Kylian Mbappe, baller, general, World Cup winning baller, officially made his announcement to PSG fans via his X handle on the middle of the week. Au revoir, goodbye. And then today, the fans, the ultras, unfurled a tifo or whatever they want to call it, and celebration of the one, Mr. Kylian Mbappe. Junior, was it 44? How many goals him scored this year? 44 goals him scored. I don't even many. How many goals him scored? Assessment of Kylian Mbappe's time at PSG, Junior, and how now it's all come to an end.
Failure. Kylian Mbappe's time at PSG is a failure. And I'm going to tell you why. Kylian Mbappe leaving PSG is no different than Angel Di Maria leaving PSG. It's no different than Zlatan leaving PSG. They all have one thing in common. They all won the league titles. All right? Yeah, Killy. You're a baller, you're a general, but you did not deliver the coveted Champions League trophy. And he didn't win a Ballon d'Or there. Right?
No, when he won the World Cup in 2018, he didn't get the Ballon d'Or. They didn't win PSG. No, I'm not winning Ballon d'Or,
right.
Junior.
So,
you already knew this. So why are you
leaving? Right. So you're leaving PSG the way you went there from Monaco, brother. You failed. I'm sorry. And the standard that I'm holding him at is the standard of the Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, even the R9 Ronaldo, the Ronaldinhos of the world, the true generals, even Kaka. Even Kaka left AC Milan a bigger baller than you leaving PSG. I'm sorry, it is what it is. And you are a general, you're a baller, but all this fanfare and thing, brother, you failed. You failed.
So you would say Ronaldinho then failed at PSG, right? Because he didn't deliver it either.
Ronaldinho never left PSG the way how Kylian Mbappe left PSG. Ronaldinho left PSG to go get better.
And what is Kylian Mbappe doing?
He's going to a team to make that team better. He's not going anywhere to be better. He's not going to get any better. Kylian Mbappe. Hear what I'm saying, Benton. His status in the world cannot get any better. The next status for Kylian Mbappe is greatest of all time. That's the next thing for him to chase. He's already the best attacking winger in the world. He's already the best goals finisher in the world. He's already the best young baller in the world. He has already achieved the highest international accolade that he can. And he's now leaving Paris to go and chase the club title. So he's now leaving to go make another club better. He's not leaving to become a better footballer. That's not happening. Even when Cristiano Ronaldo left Manchester United, he left and went to Real Madrid to become a better footballer. This is not the same thing for Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe is leaving a World Cup winner, an instrumental piece of a World Cup winner, and also a goalkeeper's foot away from being a man that brought back France from the dead in a World Cup final against a player who is the greatest of his generation. But yet you could not deliver the Champions League title to PSG. And you want to come and have your LeBron. You know what? It actually mirrors LeBron James. Because Kylian Mbappe in France, to me, seems like he wants to be revered. He wants to be loved as the best. But when people talk about Michel Platini, when people talk about Thierry Henry, even when people talk about my boy, the name one, the captain, Zidane. Not even Zidane. I've never reached Caesar yet. But my boy, the man, I almost said Matthias. The brother is coaching the French national team right now.
Didier Deschamps.
Didier Deschamps. Them man there is revered in France. I think Mbappe was chasing that. And he's having his LeBron James moment. Because now I'm taking my talents to Spain. Brother, go away, I go with that, man.
If I was a PSG, he was taking his talent to Spain. The man go to Spain, brother.
But it's the same thing. We don't need to hear that from you. We don't need. I'm a PSG fan. But I don't want to hear that from you, brother. If you don't give me the Champions League title and say, yo, we don't have nothing more for proof, my God, all right. But do your best elsewhere. But you haven't delivered. So, Kylian Mbappe, this is my suggestion to you is go to Real Madrid, get what you need to get, but make sure you come back to PSG before your career done and find some way to get them a Champions League title.
No, he scored 175 goals in 200 and I think 205 appearances for PSG. 175 goals. Is he the all-time leading goal scorer for that club now?
I think let me tell you. I'll tell you in a second. That's a good question. But I don't think so. Oh, yeah. No, it's Mbappe. Mbappe by a long shot. So Mbappe 255.
Yo,
Edison
Cavani by a country mile.
Edison Cavani 200. Zlatan 156. Neymar 118.
Oh, yeah, it's Kylian Mbappe by a country mile.
But is that, I mean, no, but still though, it just shows that PSG is the biggest team in France, but it can't compare to the Real Madrids, the Barcelonas, the Bayern Munichs, the Milans, AC Milan, Juventus. They're not on that level. And you have a once-in-a-generation talent that failed to deliver that opportunity to be mentioned on that level.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I'm being hard on him. I'm being hard on him. Brother, you should have just take off like the thief in the night. Just you get up one day, today you're a PSG player, tomorrow, when Mbappe flag was Spain and would he put a Real Madrid jersey? You see what I said? But this whole big delivery of speech, brother, you talk to France more than you're talking to PSG. That's more of a French, I'm leaving France, I'm going to Spain to play club football than I'm leaving PSG.
Yeah.
I'm going there, man.
Kylian Mbappe, farewell. 25 years old. So, the expectation is that he will be a Madrid player come June 1st. So now it's just waiting for the process.
Yeah, because I think Fabrizio Romano tweeted that Mbappe had no conversations with no other team because he didn't want to disappoint Florentino Perez a second time. Yeah. So he turned down how much $1 from upper Saudi Arabia, which nobody think a 25-year-old superstar is going to go to Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia Bush League, brother. Nobody,
but
star ballers don't go to Saudi Arabia.
Right. But he had no conversations with Liverpool, had no conversations with any team in Italy or Germany. He had zero conversations. It's just one team he was planning to go to.
I mean, you have some clubs that, you know, Manchester United was once this sort of club where they attract big talents. And there's only certain club could attract Kylian Mbappe now at this juncture. So all them local club in England where run off their mouth, Arsenal fans or Liverpool fans that have a Kylian Mbappe, they were never in the contest. They were never in it. Yeah. Junior, yo, happy Mother's Day, General. You need a time for we do road. We have to celebrate the mothers and celebrate the wives.
Sorry, yes, sir.
Time for we go my yard. One more tune again. The one and only Mr. Garnet Silk.
Yo, if people are still up online, you know, everybody put some fire emoji in the chat for nobody. I put my fire emoji right now. Put up on the fire emoji right now for nobody. In the chat, fire emoji. What you better?
What's it? Oh, salute.
Reaching out to our mothers out there. I don't know, 9 months of the carry go through. And we're not in no trouble. Mother's Day, Ballchat, George Road.
So you see, it was my mother alone with the responsibility in her hand. She said we had to send us to school. She didn't want us to go like fools. And now I've got to give thanks for the good things she has done. Oh, Mama, I love you too, and I know you love me too. Oh, Mama won't make you blue. I wish that every mother was as sweet as you are. I know you're my shining star. Stay by me, never go too far. Oh, Mama, you can depend on me now, 'cause I see you've tried your best. Now it's up to me to do the rest. Mama taught us how
one more before we go yard, you know. One more.
Yo, you don't say if you're going to draw a tune, no. I even going to draw mother tune, you know. You don't say you can't draw. Bounty, Mama cheese, dashing a good. The basket in the kitchen running out of food, yeah? I have all the sister. Everybody know the sister. Thank you, Mama, right? But what about the sister? What about the Mama sister tune, man? Black woman and child, yeah. But you are really need a much love.
Hey, Mama. Mama, don't cry. I just want to get your bed somehow. Gonna keep my blood so high.
Why better I draw tune?
Yo, I hate that to go.
Hey, Mama. Hi, Mama.
Yeah, later.
Wait.
Oh, my.
We're control, so we're drawing it.
Oh, Mama, don't cry.
Yeah, man.
Gonna keep you by the blood so high. Reaching out to all the mothers in the world. Sometimes just the way things are to be, yeah. Thank you, Mama, for the 9 months you carried me through. All those pain and suffering. No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. Give you all my love, oh yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, Mama, for the 9 months you carried me through.
Fire.
All those pain and suffering. No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. It's my words and motto.
Let's try to think that's
I'll never let you down. I'll never
Mother.
go away. I'll always be around. You know why you
Here's
do
a Shirley
it,
Caesar
such
of a
love
bad
that
tune.
you found. I'm always gonna let
Is
you
that a
wear
reggae
that
tune? You know the Shirley Caesar tune, but no charge.
You maintain your calm towards
For
your
the
own
9
end,
months
while
I
still
carry
drinking from the
you,
storm.
growing
And when
inside
it's
of
cold,
me.
you rock me, the towel is so warm.
You know, we used to beg your mother for something, you
I'm
know.
so glad I was
Make my mother for something. Like my mother
Thank you,
said,
mama,
what?
for
You
the
make me
9
for
months you
what?
carried me.
Yo, you know much time you need to kill me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Big up,
All
big up.
right. All right, go on with it, go on.
Again, family, happy Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day. Those who pass on and those who still with us. Honor and love and respect to all the mothers. Come on, big up yourself. Happy Mother's Day. Come on, love and respect. You don't know, without the mothers, we don't have us. The genetic material, we give thanks to the mothers always. Junior Pringle, Korean barbecue thing, I do it, you know.
Road.
Road, you know. Connect with us and connect with us on Instagram at Ballchat Podcast. We're on X at Ballchat1. Ballchat _ podcast at TikTok. Facebook, we're at Ballchat. Happy Mother's Day, family. Junior, I rode in a family. Bless up.